So in this video, I'm going to showcase a new platform that I've got to help drive consistent, high quality, targeted traffic to any sales and marketing funnel, website, etc. So on the screen here, you can see the platform that I've been using for the case study demo. And you can see that we have pretty much every major digital ad option that most people are using right now. You've got Google, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, Bing, all the good ones. Now, you would just go into Connect Platforms to log into any account that you've got set up to provide access to your ad account. But once you do that, let's say, for example, I wanted to launch a Facebook ad. I would come in here and it currently has an example ad that I was just recently building, but I would click Generate New Ad. And I would come here and let's say instead of doing a guitar lesson site offer, I was doing one for dog training. And so this one is going to be for dog training. Oh, actually, I click up here. This will be for a dog training online course, and it is for K9 TI dog training. So I would hit generate description, and then based off of the website landing page that's linked right there and the description I put in of kind of the offer, the AI essentially would come up with the base of the description for what the ads that are going to be created would be generated off of. Now, I could click advanced, and down here, I could say that this is a free webinar, for example, or I might say it's a free guide with tips. And then I could hit generate content from here, and the AI will essentially take the offer, the description, and what it knows about the name, etc., and it's going to create multiple variations of an ad to be used across the different platforms if I choose, but for right now, just for Facebook. So the reason why this is so important is Meta has said that based on their research, their data, anybody who does 11 or more variations of an ad typically has significantly higher engagement and conversions than someone who only does, say, one or two variations. The reason why is the platform is able to determine, okay, which one of these headlines is getting the best response, which one of these descriptions is getting the best response, which one of these images is getting the best response, etc. So right now, the AI has already taken a look based on what I put in, and it has found several targeting ideas that it has suggested to be used within Meta. Now, some of these, like for example, Fear of the Walking Dead is probably based off of dog walking, in case you're wondering where that came from. But essentially, it's looking for any opportunity based off of the last interest added that it could also expand on. So if I highlight over it, for example, dogs, British band, not going to be related. Dog breed, yes. Snoop Dogg, no. Dog food, dog lovers, dog walking. But I might say, okay, pedigree pet foods. That would be a good interest to target. So if I click this, it now adds it to potential targeting. And I can see that it's got 25 million people. Now I could hit browse. I could expand on all of this and add additional interest if I wanted to. I could also come down here and adjust the age and gender targeting where I want to target. So I could say instead of Wetaskiwin, I could do Cochrane, Ontario, for example. Or I could even do it by radius, and I could enter in a city, for example, or neighborhood in a city if this was a local business, and adjust my targeting based off of that. And it does do auto placements using Advantage Plus, basically AI optimized placements, seeing which one gets the best response, engagement, tweaking it from there. But I could also do a manual placement, and I could say, I don't want this to show up here or here, etc. Now, in my initial testing so far, the auto placements is getting the best conversion rate. So I would just trust the AI essentially to be managing and optimizing. But you don't have to do just manual targets. You could do a lookalike audience, for example, based on an audience you already have in your account or one that you create right now. You could also do retargeting. So I could either retarget an existing audience that I have. I could upload a list of people that I believe meet the criteria of what I want to target, or I could create an audience of people who've engaged with my Instagram or Facebook page, etc. So that just gives you an idea of what you can do. But let me dive down a bit further here and show you the variations. So as you can see, you've got variations of the text that has been generated by the AI. They've also created 4 different headlines for split testing. So I could come here and I could see all the different ad variations just based off of this. But here's where the real power is coming from. It's not just the AI generated sales and marketing copy. And I could do it manually if I wanted to enter in the exact content that I wanted. But let's take it a step further. You now have the ability to access Shutterstock. And now I could say for dog training, I could do dog trainer. And I could see if Shutterstock has any video of a dog trainer that I might want to use in my ad. So I could come back here, and now if I click on this, I could see the different ad combinations featuring a dog trainer, right? But I could come back here and take it a step further. Let's come to the images, and I could do the exact same thing with Shutterstock images. And of course, any image used for Shutterstock is just a placeholder right now with the watermark, but then that watermark would get removed once the ad is actually launched. But I could grab images off of the website itself to use in the ad if I wanted to, or I could actually have the AI generate images from scratch. So I could say puppy going through training in a field with a big tree in the background. So let's see what the AI comes up with based off of this description. And it's relatively quick, probably just a few seconds. And here we go. So right here, I can make this bigger, and you could see that the AI has created what I would say is a scroll stopping image relevant to my market. And I'll show you in a second the kind of results that I'm seeing, but you can see here how compared to even a stock photo or a stock video, in my opinion, this captures attention a lot better. It's got a stunning visual component to it, and you could continue doing and generating more and more. Now, I could click here and download the image, for example, if I wanted to add text in an outside editor or add my own kind of additional graphics to it. Or I could just come back here, click it, add it right in. I got to fix a typo right there. But as you can see, now it's just adding it to the ad. And now I can click add combinations and I can see how this ad would look in the feed based off of just this image. And I could see how it would look with instant articles or in a story, for example. Well, the story is video, but you get the idea basically. So that's nice and simple. You have all your variations. You can adjust your call to action, adjust your budget, and then you essentially just create your ad. And then it's going to prompt and say, okay, just double checking. Do you want to actually submit this for review? I'm going to hit cancel because I don't want to make this a real ad, but you can see how easy it is to get started. Really quick steps, right? You click the advertise button, you add in your offer details, you pick the visual that you want, and you hit create. You're good to go. But now let's go back to advertise. And the Create Hub is where you could create templates, set up your Facebook forms, etc. But now that the platform has that ad information, for example, I could go into Google and I could say, I want to target this same ad that I just generated for Google searches. And now I don't have to re-enter all that information. Because I already did the ad generation, it's ready to go in this platform as well. I've got the targeting, I've got the website. I could adjust the goal for what I want to do for conversions or traffic. I could add additional targeting that I wanted to do. Again, if this was like a dog training school or business, I might be doing a local radius of X amount from my city or my neighborhood, as opposed to targeting an entire country or province. And again, I could either use the headlines that it's generated, or I could come up with my own, right? And again, I can see the different ad variations that would exist. I can come down here, see the descriptions. I could add a phone number if I wanted, or I could add a lead form, set my budget, hit create, good to go. Same sort of thing with YouTube, right? I could come here, I could remove this existing kind of placements for that last ad, and there's gonna be a reset feature added shortly. But again, I've got the website. I could then add in the video that I want to use for my ad. And then I could say, I want to show this ad before anybody who has dog training videos. So I could come in here and now I'm just clicking away. And these are now ads that will be, or videos that are going to be selected to or so I could have my ad play before them on the YouTube platform. Or if I had a competing channel that I was always battling for traffic with, maybe I just enter in that traffic URL and advertise on their videos, right? So if you have a competitor that you want to place your ads on and they've got a YouTube channel, this could be something you consider. And you might, again, just restrict who you show those ads to, set your budget, you name it. You can come down here, do the same thing with TikTok, Snapchat, etc. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you the results of this ad. So while it's loading, real quick. So this is now the other awesome benefit of this platform. It's going to handle the analysis and optimization of your paid ads. So essentially what you may have normally had to pay an advertising agency $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 a month to do for you, you have this platform doing it on your behalf. You create your ads. Day one, it's going to be checking to make sure they're approved, if there's any issues. Then in the first week, it's going to be analyzing all of those split tests, seeing the results, letting you know which ones are performing above or below benchmarks. After that week one, you move into week two, and it's again going to start moving more ad spend towards the higher engagement, higher converting ads based on your traffic goals or whatever your goals are for your ad. And it's going to also continue measuring your benchmarks. And if it's appropriate, it will let you know, okay, now's the time to increase your budget. Typically, you never want to go above 25% because that would throw off the learning mechanism of all the platforms, whether you do it inside of Facebook or not. But you can see you have this ongoing analysis and optimization. So if I scroll down here, you can see for the past month, this ad that I've been testing with, I've been doing about $10 a day roughly on this ad. And in just $134 of spend, I'm averaging 13 cents a click with a 7.45% click-through rate. Now you can just hover above the labels there and you can see the benchmarks for each of the different platforms. And 7.45%, that is blowing through almost all it is blowing through all metrics. Let's not beat around the bush. But same thing goes with cost per click. On Facebook, for example, you're typically looking at a cost per click of $1.80. Now, keep in mind that this also has a lot to do with the market that you're entering. This is a test for a relationship offer. But at the same time, if you can beat any of these benchmarks, you're still laughing. And I'm generating email leads. I've got this ad driving traffic to a forum. People are submitting their email to collect my lead magnet, and it's converting really well. 49 cents a lead, and I'm paying about $9.46 cost per million, cost for every 1,000 views. And as we continue scrolling down, you can see the results of the split tests, basically, as it says how it's doing based on these benchmarks. Now, every ad that I did is crushing it performance-wise. But if I did have one that was struggling, it would identify it as bad and it would have disabled the traffic going towards it. So hopefully this gives you an idea of how easy it now is to get paid ads driving traffic to your website, to your funnels, so that you can get the data, get the results to see, is this something that's converting, as opposed to just relying on organic traffic, which isn't very easy to scale when you want to scale to the volume that you want to scale. If you are interested in trying out this platform, I will put a link below this video so you can request access. But yeah, I'm excited. Stay tuned for additional split test results as I compare TikTok and different channels to the Facebook results that you're seeing here. But I'm excited and I hope you are too. I will see you in the next video.